Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is John and we are on Village is Amazing. Okay, today's video is on cancer, which to me I would say it's a monster. Cancer is becoming a monster, which for lack of a better word, nobody understands it anymore. And I don't think scientists are going to fix this menace in the near future, because as time goes, it becomes even more mysterious and more worse than before. And I don't want to sound a pessimist, but this is the reality, because these days cancer kind of starts to affect younger generations. And by that I mean young people as from the age, actually across all the ages, because even these days you'll find kids who have been affected by cancer, and middle ages as well. But why am I bringing this topic today? It's for a simple reason that as a family we were affected in the last 4 days, where we lost one loved one, one family member, and to cancer. So all interventions were done, but as they say, cancer is a monster, and its damage is always devastating. 2 years ago, I also lost a close relative, a close family member, to the same cancer, confirming that cancer is really the biggest threat to mankind, because up to this point no one has no one has found the real treatment for cancer. Not necessarily treatment, but cure for cancer. So if you have cancer today, and let's say, God forbid, it has gone up to stage 4, in most cases, you walk into an hospital and they'll tell you there's no cure. Sorry, there's no cure. Meaning all interventions which will be done will basically be to prolong your life, not necessarily to cure the cancer, especially when it's in stage 4. We've seen testimonies from people who have been affected by cancer, stage 1, the early stages, and they have confessed that after some treatments, chemo, radiology, and all that, they eventually cleared from their body. Some people have gone through that process and they have survived. But the majority of the population realize that they are affected by cancer when it is too late, when it is at the last stage, stage 4, or the severe stages. And there is no cure when it's already at that stage. So that's why I'm saying it's the biggest monster according to me. Because in a span of 2 years, I've lost two close relatives to the same monster. I tried to check a few reasons why this monster affects many people, and it comes with devastating effects. Is I don't know if these reasons really works 100%, or it's just some of the ways to try and avoid getting the disease, because some scientists always try to tell us that it's a lifestyle thing, that the way we live our life, the way, if we exercise, if we eat good food, if we sleep well, it's about lifestyle. That's what they tell us. So every time you research, you realize it's just the basic things, the things we are supposed to do about our life, how we treat our body, the kind of food we take into our body, the way we protect ourselves, and things like that. So the issue is made in such a way that we are the problem. We are the ones who are not taking care of ourselves properly, and obviously we will have to follow that until a real cure is found in the near future. At this point, we just have to be optimistic that just like these other chronic diseases, at some point in life there'll be cure for this kind of for this monster, or this disease. I know cancers not even spared the biggest or the most famous people in the society, world leaders, the best scientists. So the rich, this monster doesn't care. It just sweeps anybody. So when we were affected this week, I said, let me just have a look and see what this thing really, what causes this thing. And some of the things they say is we have to prioritize our sleep, that we are supposed to make sure that we get enough sleep every day. Enough sleep means you sleep continuously, a minimum of 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours minimum. So some of us, or especially who are living in a developed world, where sometimes you sleep 4 hours, sometimes 6 hours, because you are moving from one shift to another, you are working 3 jobs or 2 jobs. So we are told that's not how it should be. We've got to prioritize sleep. Sleep has to be prioritized. It should be your priority. You have to say, this is my time to sleep, and organize for a minimum of 8 hours. And the reason is that sleep makes the body to recover and heal itself from all the activities you have been doing. And the more sleep you get, the more rejuvenated you are the next day. And as much as we want money, we want to work, we are told that you will get the money for the short time, but you lose money in the long run because you'll have to use the money to treat yourself. So you better get the little money and take care of your body. So that's sleep. They also say we should exercise regularly. So whether you are walking around your estate, or you have your own little gym in the house, or you go swimming, or any kind of strength training is good for your body. So that regular exercise is vital to prevent cancer. That's what they tell us. So the other one is fasting, where they are saying that it doesn't matter whether you have a lot of food or enough food, we've got to prioritize fasting. That sometimes you just don't eat, you just fast. So the issue is the body will try and clean up the dead cells. This is what they say here, that the body will try to remove the dead cells from your body, and then it reduces also blood glucose in the body, which is the main factor or component which cancer thrives on. They also said it inhibits the growth of cancer cells and promotes autophagy. That one simply means the process of the body cleaning out damaged cells, as I said earlier. I don't want to sound scientific because they are just basic stuff which we do on daily basis. So the reason why they are doing this is that the more we have glucose in our body, the more the environment is favorable for cancer to grow. And that's why they normally say we should always try and reduce sugar, we try and reduce carbohydrates, because glucose is what cancer thrives on. So there's also the reduction of inflammation, because they said inflammation, especially the chronic ones, are linked to cancer. So we are supposed to avoid processed foods and consumption of sugar or food with high carbohydrate content. The suggestions also are we consuming of anti-inflammatory foods like turmeric, fatty fish, green tea. And one other funny thing is we should reduce stress. So funny enough, stress is another component. So if you are so stressed up that you start scratching your head, you start talking to yourself, just know there is a big problem which is coming up. So the other advice is we reduce stress through things like meditation, deep breathing, proper supplements, and of course talking to other people. Talk to your loved ones or friends about something which is disturbing you. So talk about it. You talk about it if something is really stressing you. So diet is the other thing which they want us to really be keen at and look into. And as I said earlier, we have to reduce carbohydrates. That's low. We have low carbohydrate, moderate proteins, moderate fats, and anything which increases the sugar accumulation in your body. So what they are advocating is a ketogenic diet. uh, side that whatever you consume in your body will not create a buildup of excess glucose than it's required, because cancer cells primarily rely on glucose for growth. So limiting glucose starves cancer cells and supports your metabolic health. And they're suggesting that we should eat more nuts, we should use olive oil, eat more avocados, low carbohydrate vegetables, and lean proteins or moderate proteins. So the diet is another important component, because there is from the way the scientists normally put it, is that the body should rely mainly on from fat, burning of fat as a source of energy rather than glucose. So the diet should shift the body, the ketogenic diet shifts the body from using glucose as its primary energy source to burning fat and ketones. So basically, we watch what we eat, because that's what affects our bodies. Because these days, young people are affected by this thing. I remember I saw another lady in one of these Got Talent shows, who was so talented, and she went for the audition, and she sang really so well. She performed so well. I think she had even composed her own song, and it was so good. But then the cancer at that time had spread in her body, I think up to almost many organs in her body. But she was so confident, and she even she was saying that even if that was her last event, she was happy. And she was telling people to be happy before it's too late. I remember the name of that lady. She was called Nightbird. And she told people that don't wait until it is too late so that you can enjoy life, or so that you can be happy. And she just sang that song, which was very awesome, epic. It was very viral, that performance. And she didn't manage to come back. Before she came back for the next show, she passed. That's how cancer is really a menace. It's just a monster. Because something which nobody understands. Everyone is trying to say we can do this, but people are dying. Even if all these things we are told we should follow, but people are dying. People are dying. Even young people, sometimes children, 7 years, 8 years, small children are affected these days. I remember when I was not long ago, it used to be something which affected only the older age, because the growth of cells reduces as you age. So it was affecting mainly old people, but now even young people. So sometimes you wonder, when people say you eat good food, exercise well, what about young children who are 7 years old? and they are affected by the same thing. 7 years, very young ages. So that person has not even consumed bad food the way we are being advised not to consume. They have not. It has not even reached a stage where they should be told to exercise the way we are told to exercise. You see, that age, the age when children are young, they are still sleeping enough time. So the issue of saying you should sleep enough, have enough sleep, will not even apply to them, but they still get it. So it's a monster. As much as we are told, let's do this, we just have to be to just believe, maybe to be optimistic, so that we don't appear as pessimistic, but we just have to be optimistic. Otherwise, sometimes it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up, because how would you explain a 7-year-old having cancer or getting this kind of disease? So that we don't look like we are it doesn't appear that we want to oppose what scientists have researched and concluded that is the best way to do. We just have to follow this. But then there's third part, which is not explained, that why does it affect the younger generation, babies or kids? But some would say it's genetic, but it's not. Even if it's genetic, why at a younger age? Why should it affect young people? Okay, so maintaining of stable blood sugar level is another factor. So glucose and insulin spikes can feed cancer cells. So moderate, maintaining glucose and insulin in the body. So there's the glucose, which which is as a result of the naturally from the body or from the food we consume, and then there's the artificial a medical prescription from a doctor or medical practitioner. So I'm trying to look at any other. So I've talked about stress. Stress is one of them. So meditation, prioritizing rest and recovery, taking natural supplements will help. Because as they say, chronic stress can damage mitochondria. That's a scientific name, and it increases inflammation in the body. Mitochondria they are found in large numbers inside a cell. So mitochondria mainly are the ones which produce chemical energy. It is where respiration is done. So the energy which the body uses originates from mitochondria, which are in large numbers inside a cell. So I don't want to sound scientific, so I'm trying to put it in a simpler manner. So let's avoid processed foods. Let's avoid too much sugar. Let's exercise. Let's have enough sleep, and fast where possible, and just ensure that we watch our lifestyle. Whatever goes into your body will eventually affect you. Whatever you do, the exercises, how you treat your body is how it will react. Okay, guys, cancer is a monster, and let's keep checking so that we see what we can do to this monster. Let's research, let's have a look and see what really causes this thing. Because you might realize something you are doing, which you need to stop. Otherwise, your life will be in real danger. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. That was my story for today. I just said let me talk about it because we were affected by this week, and some of these things we normally take them lightly, but it could save lives. And as simple as they are putting it there, and what is even what really, after I did the research, what the answer I didn't get is why it affects small children. These, the things listed here, can help an adult, but what about a child? What about a small child who is affected by this thing? Okay, let's continue researching, and we hope this menace will be cleared from our planet. See you guys, and thank you for being here. Bye bye.